Yeah, I think it's just part of it. You know, there's entertainers and there's competitors, and I totally understand that. And my job is to compete, and that's what I'm focused on doing.
Cool.
Really, really nice job.
You're not fully proud, kinda.
I'm
kinda proud.
Look, for your first shot, it was a perfect no, but you made plays, you operated, like, so it's just stacked.
I love when you tell the facts.
Coach Stefanski made a bold call. He started Dillon Gabriel over Shedeur Sanders in the second preseason game. On paper, it sounded like a test. In reality, it turned into a lesson. The difference between hype and proof. The difference between safe and sharp. The difference between an entertainer and a competitor. That is what we heard before the ball was snapped. I am focused on competing. That was the line. Then the game spoke. A throw sails. A read is late. Before we dive in, hit like and subscribe so you never miss a drop. If you love Shedeur, drop one line for Shedeur. Dillon came in tight. He tried to play it safe against a first-team defense. He had top-tier players around him. He should have had room to work. But the offense never found a rhythm. No points, no touchdowns, no big completions, and the mistakes cost real field position. Good so far, then the crack showed. He forced a throw. He hesitated on a read. He held the ball a beat too long. Then came the talk. Dillon took a jab at Shedeur in his interview. He said there are entertainers and there are competitors. He said his job is to compete, and that is what he is focused on doing. The line sounded tough. The film said something else, because the 5th round pick Shedeur Sanders is already making NFL throws that turn heads. That is what a competitor looks like. Calm feet, fast eyes, ball out on time, heat when needed, touch when the window is thin. The Shedeur hate is loud right now, but it is not backed by play. Gabriel's tape does not match his talk. His day never got off the ground. Meanwhile, Shedeur did the hard things that drive wins, and he did it without the chest thumping. He let the throws talk. You saw the game swing on defense early. That first pick 6 by Andrew Mukuba was a blast of cold air. Eagles fans roared, Browns fans felt the punch. And when the script asked Dillon to answer, he could not. His approach stayed too cautious, short throws inside, tight spacing. Wide receivers had to play in a phone booth, no real momentum, no stretch on the field. It was all safe, it was all small. Once the first team defenders left the field, things got worse. The cushion was gone, the pressure rose. Dillon put the ball on the turf, the ground, Eagles got it. I believe the Eagles recovered. Oh my gosh, look who it is. The camera found the man who made it happen, and the crowd let him hear it. When the pressure rose, Dillon could not keep his composure. The loose ball turned into a turnover. That is the moment you see who is steady and who is shaky. Coach Stefanski did not hide from it in his pregame press conference notes. He said the quiet part out loud. 2 giveaways were the difference in the first half. He said the group did some good things. He said they even had a takeaway, but it got wiped out by an offside. He wanted to hammer home the point. You cannot gift the other team possessions and expect to control a game. That is accountability. That is what winning programs demand. So did the Browns still find a way to close the deal? Yes, but it was not the backup quarterbacks who did it. The defense took the wheel and floored it. Third quarter, KJ Henry read the quarterback. He broke on the throw. He took it 45 yards to the house. KJ Henry into the end zone for a touchdown. That score changed the tone of the night. It helped lift the Browns to a 22-13 preseason win over the Philadelphia Eagles on Saturday. Sometimes the defense has to carry it when the offense is stuck. Tonight was one of those times. On the Eagles side, Andrew Mukuba kept flashing. He seemed to be everywhere at once. His steal against the Dillon Gabriel throw was a top moment. Then KJ Henry answered with his own pick 6. Even with that Brown splash, the staff still had no clean answer for Mukuba's engine. He shut down plays at the edge, he made the easy throws feel risky, he was a constant threat, and it showed up again and again. Now look at the quarterbacks side by side. This game made one thing clear. Shedeur Sanders stands head and shoulders above Dillon Gabriel. It is not just about touchdowns. Though let us face it, Shedeur had 2, Dillon had none. It is about command. It is about how they ran the offense. With Dillon under center, the ball lived in the flat and inside, short and safe. The receivers had to crowd routes. Momentum died on the vine. Flip it. When Shedeur stepped in, the field opened up. He found his guys down the field. He hit Floria on a deep shot that stressed the corner and the safety. He hit Larvain on a layered route that split the coverage. Those plays stretch a defense. Those plays breathe life into the run game. Those plays make a coordinator believe the full playbook is alive. That is the edge Shedeur brings. Emanuel Acho saw it on the cut-ups. He did not pull punches. He walked through every decision. He showed why Shedeur is dangerous in a clean pocket and under fire. He said Shedeur has a rare skill. He can pick a defense apart even when they close every gap and bring heat. He looked at one throw and said this: the defensive back has eyes on Shedeur and he drops off too fast. This can be a pick. This can be going the other way. Shedeur gets the ball out and the accuracy. The ball slices between not 1, but 2 defenders past a fully outstretched arm, pinpoint perfect. Acho summed it up in one word: perfect. That is what separates a maker from a manager. Most quarterbacks see a no throw. Shedeur sees a window the size of a postcard. Most quarterbacks flinch or hitch. He plants and fires. The ball arrives like it was meant to be there. That is not flash, that is craft. That is hours with the tablet and hours on the field. Through all of it, he stayed humble. No big pose, pose, no look at me dance. He spoke like a leader after the game. He said the best part of being a quarterback is leading your team. He said the scoreboard matters. He said it comes down to consistency. He said they showed that. Calm under fire. Push through the rough part. Finish strong after an early hole. It was not just a win, it was a statement about resilience and teamwork under one voice. He put it like this: the most important thing about being a quarterback is leading your team. The scoreboard reflects that. Be consistent, whether things go our way or not. Bounce back. Do not stay in the hole. Being a quarterback will have ups and downs, pros and cons. You stay level-headed through it. Even the front office felt it. GM Andrew pulled Shedeur aside. You could see the pride in his eyes. He told him, really, really good. Proud of you. Cool. Really, really nice. The two shared a smile. Then came a little banter. You are not fully proud? Kinda this? No, I am proud. Look, you are so sad. What? Was it perfect? No. But you made plays. You operated. Stack it. I love when you tell the facts. Do you? No. But it is okay. It is okay. Listen, you did a nice job. Take what you learned from the night. That is respect. That is belief. That is how a locker room bonds around a quarterback. Meanwhile, Dillon chose a different route. He took shots at Shedeur. He tried to undercut him with words when he had not backed it up with play. That contrast is sharp. One quarterback embraces the challenge. He rises above the noise. He lifts the room. The other throws shade at a teammate and calls it edge. That tells you about mindset. One is about competition and leadership. The other is about talk over proof. Let us be clear about the story of the night. From kickoff to the last whistle, it was obvious. Shedeur's skill and leadership stood out over Dillon's long list of could-haves. Dillon struggled against the first-team defense. He could not unlock the field. He made the 2 turnovers that flipped the half. He had a takeaway wiped out by an offside on his team. He played it safe and the offense stalled. When pressure climbed, he faltered. Shedeur showed poise. He connected with his receivers. He hit deep shots that forced the defense to back up. He kept his eyes quiet. He let the ball do the talking. He guided the group to a finish that felt steady, not lucky. That is what a true competitor does. He rises to the moment with calm and precision. Character matters too. It is not just arm strength. It is not just speed. It is how you handle the interview after a win or a loss. It is how you treat your guys. It is whether the GM can walk up and say, proud of you, and mean it. Shedeur let his performance speak. He kept his humility. He showed joy without ego. That is leadership. Dillon still looks like a player who is learning what real competition asks from you every day. Put it all together. On-field mechanics, off-field demeanor, the tape, the talk, the results. Shedeur Sanders has proven he is the better player and the better leader. This game made that difference crystal clear for everyone in the building and everyone watching at home. What do you think? Was Dillon Gabriel right to talk about entertainers and competitors, or should he have put that energy into sharpening his own game? How much does a quarterback's character off the field shape his leadership on it? Is it Shedeur's humility and composure that set him apart, or is it his skill and his precision that tipped the scale? Drop a comment and tell us where you stand on their performances and their leadership styles. And if you have not yet hit like and subscribe, do it now so you do not miss what comes next. If you love Shedeur, drop one line for Shedeur.